My beloved child, listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal will stir something deep within your soul. There is someone close to you, someone who once walked by your side through life's darkest nights and brightest mornings. Their presence felt like a warm embrace in your coldest moments, a shelter against the storm. But now a quiet shift has taken place. The person you trusted is no longer who they once were. Their heart has changed, drifting away like leaves falling from a tree in the autumn wind, leaving behind only emptiness and distance. This is not merely your imagination. I, the Lord, am speaking directly to you. Do not ignore the subtle signs I have placed in your spirit. You may have sensed it already. A whisper here, a doubt there. Those gentle nudges in your soul were my warnings, my way of preparing you for this truth. You held on so faithfully, even when the evidence stacked against your hope. You stayed giving your love without receiving much in return. Your heart was pure and loyal, but their response grew colder day by day. It wasn't peace that kept them silent. It was preparation for a departure you never saw coming. They are not planning to hurt you out of malice, but out of selfishness. You deserve far more than to be quietly erased from their life without a word. Recognize that the devotion you poured out was sacred and meaningful. Every prayer, every tear you shed over them is known to me. And your love was never wasted. Comment below, I am strong and ready to let go now. Like, share and subscribe for more healing words. I understand the deep ache in your heart, how you long for connection and forgiveness. Yet this path you are on is not where I want you to stay. This person's spirit no longer aligns with the purpose I have set for you. You might hear the bitterness in their voice, the growing distance between your conversations, the compassion that once flowed freely, now a faint memory. These are my signals, gently revealing the painful truth before it fully unfolds. Soon they will block you not only from their life, but from the future I am preparing for you. This separation will feel sharp and sudden, but it is necessary. I am not removing them to punish you, but to protect your destiny. Do not mourn this loss is defeat. Celebrate the freedom I am granting you. You were never meant to carry the weight of someone else's brokenness, or to shrink in the shadow of their pain. I see your pain, your confusion, the battle raging between your heart's hope and your mind's warning. Your heart says hold on, but your intellect urges let go. Now is the moment to release with grace. Not bitterness, I reveal this secret to you so you can prepare. Not for their sake, but for yours. They are already retreating, their words grow fewer. Their excuses many, and though they may still be present, their essence has faded. This is not love, this is not partnership. This is not the sacred union I designed for you. Type in the comments, I choose peace over pain. You were created to be fully seen, fully loved, not partially acknowledged. When convenient, this fading connection brings shame and fear into their heart. But you must not carry that burden. Even now you lift them up in prayer, asking me to heal what feels broken. But understand this, I cannot restore what I never ordained. I will not restore a relationship that no longer serves your soul's highest good. My plan for you is one of fullness, joy and unconditional love. Clinging to what is dying only blocks the new life I want to birth within you. Trust me when I say that. Letting go opens the door for miracles you cannot yet imagine. Your faith has been tested by this painful journey, but it is not in vain. Every moment of heartache has prepared you for the breakthrough that is coming. You are stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you believe. I am with you in every step of this transition, strengthening your spirit, quieting your fears, and lighting your way forward. Feel my presence now as a gentle warmth enveloping your heart, reminding you that you are never alone. Your future is bright and full of hope awaiting your embrace. This ending is the start of a glorious new beginning. Important note for true Christians: your generosity is a seed that God will multiply abundantly. When you give through super thanks, you are not only supporting this ministry, but also activating divine blessings in your life. The more you give, the more God pours back into your hands. If this message has blessed you, show your gratitude by giving a $55 super thanks today. Your support allows us to continue spreading God's love, reaching more souls and sharing His miracles. Click the super thanks button below and be a part of this mission. May God bless your giving abundantly. This is not a moment to retreat into sorrow, but to rise in confidence and peace. I am clearing your path because something far greater is coming. The chains of doubt and rejection are breaking. Your purpose is being renewed. Do not look back or long for what once was. Instead, fix your eyes on the promise ahead. I am calling you into a life of freedom, joy, and abundance. The person who chose to walk away has made their choice, but you are making yours to walk boldly forward with me. Your heart will heal, your spirit will soar, and your life will reflect my glory like never before. Comment with I am walking in God's freedom today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Your pain is not the end of your story, but a chapter of transformation. The emptiness you feel is space being made for new blessings to flood in. I am preparing your heart for deep healing, for joy that will wash over you like a river, for peace that surpasses understanding. This time is not about loss, but about becoming the person I created you to be. Stand tall, beloved. The one who walks away from you today is making space for the one I will bring to you tomorrow. Trust my plan, it is perfect type. God's plan is perfect for me. In the comments, you may feel tempted to question, to resist, or to hold on tightly. But surrender is your greatest strength. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means making room for my blessings. I am with you, guiding you through every tear and every triumph. Know that your story is not ending, but only unfolding. I am rewriting your narrative with hope, love, and victory. Believe in this truth and hold fast. The best is yet to come, my precious child. Listen carefully. What you are going through is not abandonment. It is alignment. You feel as though the world is shifting under your feet. Like someone who once stood close is slowly vanishing without reason. But what if I told you that this disappearance, though painful, is my divine hand at work? The connection that once brought you joy has turned into confusion. And the silence you are hearing is not an accident. It's my warning. They were not sent to stay. Forever they were part of the story. Not the entire story. I know how much you gave. I watched you pour love into empty spaces, hoping to see it bloom. But I also saw how little they watered the roots in return. You've been holding on with a fierce loyalty, thinking love could change what was already shifting. But my child, love does not require suffering in silence. Love does not mean diminishing yourself for someone who has already made the decision to emotionally exit. They are not your responsibility. You were never assigned the task of fixing someone who is unwilling to face their own inner chaos. You offered compassion and they responded with distance. You gave grace and they answered with avoidance. That is not your failure, that is their fear. And I will not allow you to carry a weight that was never yours to bear. It's time to release what I'm removing. Because what you perceive as loss is actually protection. Dressed in pain. Type I trust God's protection in my life. In the comments, please like, share, and subscribe. If this message speaks to you, let me tend to the garden of your soul now. You've done your part, you planted love, patience, and hope, but what grows next must come from me. I will pull out every withered vine that has tried to choke your joy, and I will replace it with something fresh, vibrant, and rooted in my purpose for you. And yes, I know your heart may break when they block you or walk away. I see every tear that falls in the silence they leave behind. But child, those tears are not wasted. They are precious to me. I bottled them as prayers. as evidence of your goodness. And though your heart aches, don't let grief deceive you. You didn't lose a treasure. You were spared from a trap. Their exit is not rejection. It is redirection. Their distance is not a punishment. It is my red carpet unrolling for your next chapter. You were not created to live in emotional confusion, to guess where you stand in someone's heart. That's not your calling. You were created for joy that lasts. Not temporary comfort from someone whose heart has already left the room. You are being rescued not from a person, but from a future of unanswered questions. You were on the verge of entering a season of mental torment, constantly wondering, what did I do wrong? But I intervened. I stepped in because you deserve peace. And I will fight to give you that peace. Type "God is fighting for my peace" in the comments now. Even if they disappear without a trace. Even if they don't have the courage to say goodbye. Even if they leave you with unfinished sentences. I will give you closure. Not through them but through my presence. I will wrap your soul in comfort so deep that its silence is every what. If and why me? I will not rebuild the version of you that begged to be seen. I will build a new you, one who knows that their worth is not dependent on who stays. You are not fragile. You are not forgotten. I define you and I do not change. You are valuable even when others fail to recognize it. You are lovable even when others cannot receive it. You will not have to chase love anymore. You will not have to perform to be accepted. You will not shrink to make someone else feel big. I am separating you now not to isolate you, but to sanctify you. You are set apart for something higher. So even though their silence stings, it also saves. Even though their absence wounds, it also makes room for the truth. You will learn to see yourself not through the lens of abandonment, but through the reflection of my promises. Your worth was never in their responses. Your identity was never in their attention. You were crafted in divine precision, and I don't make mistakes. Important note for true Christians: your generosity is a seed that God will multiply abundantly. When you give through super thanks, you are not only supporting this ministry, but also activating divine blessings in your life. The more you give, the more God pours back into your hands. If this message has blessed you, show your gratitude by giving a $55 super thanks today. Your support allows us to continue spreading God's love, reaching more souls and sharing His miracles. Click the super thanks button below and be a part of this mission. May God bless your giving abundantly. Let them go in peace. You don't need revenge. You don't need closure wrapped in apologies. What you need is already inside of you. Me, I will deal with the things they did in silence. I saw how you covered their cruelty with kindness. I saw how you extended forgiveness before they even asked. I watched you give energy that drained you just to keep peace. Nothing you did was in vain. In my kingdom, nothing offered in love is ever wasted. You didn't lose because they left. You won because you stayed true to your heart. You loved when it was hardest to. And I will reward that. I will return every seed you sowed. I will multiply it in ways you never imagined. So prepare your heart. What felt like an ending is not the finale. It's the doorway to a new divine beginning. I am orchestrating people into your life who will not run from your light, who will stay not because they feel obligated, but because they are called. I am aligning you with those who carry my heart, not just empty promises. One day soon you will look back and thank me for the closure I gave. That didn't come in a message or a call, but in peace. Even in pain I am working. Even in your silence I am singing over you. Even in the loss I am bringing love. Type my next chapter will be peaceful. In the comments. Take a deep breath now, release the ache. Let go of the fight inside your chest. Trust that I am here, especially in this painful moment. Let them walk away not because they were unworthy, but because your destiny is too precious to be delayed. Their departure is not the end of your worth. It is the beginning of your healing. I will fill every gap they left with truth. I will remind you who you are when you forget. You are not too much, you are not hard to love. You are not replaceable, you are mine. And that alone makes you enough. Let them block you, let them move on. It only prevents them from receiving what you were carrying for them. You are not cursed because they left. You are being preserved. I see what's coming and I am shielding you. I will never let a broken attachment keep you from stepping into the holiness I've prepared. This is not punishment, this is sacred rearrangement. You're not the victim of a failed bond. You are the recipient of divine redirection. This was always part of your journey, even if you didn't expect it. Type 1, choose healing over holding on. In the comments, please like, share and subscribe to remind someone they're not alone. The ones who come and go are not accidents. Every person you've encountered has been woven into your story by my hands. There have been friendships meant to bloom for only a season. There have been connections built for a single lesson. There have even been betrayals allowed to refine you. Nothing that has happened was random. I have designed it all with purpose. The heartbreak, the laughter, the departure, the silence. All of it was shaping you into the person I've called you to become. So don't chase those of removed. Don't mourn those who were only meant to pass through. And don't resist what I'm uprooting. When I remove it's because I'm planting something better. You see memories, I see destiny. You feel absence, I see room for new blessings. You hear silence, I speak restoration. Trust me, trust my timing. Trust the release, and above all, trust that what's ahead is more beautiful than anything you're letting go of. You are walking into a season where peace will no longer feel like a battle, where love will not be earned but freely given, where joy will not come in moments but remain as a constant presence. That's what I have planned for you. You interpret relationships through feelings and shared seasons. But I build your life based on eternal calling and divine destiny. What you call sudden change, I call sacred rerouting. What you mourn is lost, I count as complete. There are assignments attached to people's presence. And once that assignment is finished, my grace lifts them out of your journey. Sometimes painfully, but always purposefully. They were a lesson, not a lifelong anchor. And their exit, though it bruised you, was the beginning of a new breakthrough. Do not confuse emotional intensity with spiritual compatibility. I remove what no longer aligns with the future I've designed for you. Type in comment, I let go of what no longer aligns with God. Like, share and subscribe if this message is opening your eyes. I know you miss them. I know it hurts when you think about how things used to be. But child, you are not missing your blessing. You are being preserved from a burden. What seemed like joy at first was slowly turning into quiet compromise. You were watering a garden that was no longer producing fruit. Your heart deserves more than nostalgia. It deserves wholeness. I am not keeping you in confusion. I'm freeing you from the expectation of understanding what was never yours to carry. Let me take the weight, let me write the next pages. You don't need to cling to people I've gently removed. You only need to cling to me. You spent so much time wondering what changed. Why they stopped calling, why they withdrew. Why it went silent, but I tell you this. Nothing was missed by me. I heard the words they spoke when your back was turned. I saw the intentions behind the smiles. I watched how they started comparing your loyalty to their convenience. And I stepped in, I intervened. Because you were on the verge of giving your best years to someone who didn't recognize your value beyond what you could offer. I love you too much to let you settle. I have something better. Type in comment. God's plan is greater than my pain. Like, share and subscribe to walk forward in faith. Let go of your obsession with closure. Some doors don't close with a sound. Some just lock quietly for your safety. That unanswered text, that ghosted friendship, that sudden block or distance, That was me, I ended it without your permission. Because you would have stayed, trying to heal what was no longer meant to grow. I'm not asking you to become better. I'm asking you to become lighter. I'm not asking you to fight them. I'm asking you to trust me. The truth is, you didn't fail. You just outgrew the space. The connection could no longer hold your calling. It could no longer contain your growth. Type in comment, God is rewriting my story with beauty. So lift your head, beloved. Stop chasing answers from the wrong places. Stop replaying conversations that won't change. Let my peace be enough for you. Let my words settle your questions. Let my presence replace your sorrow. I am not just your God, I am your defender. Your healer, your deliverer. The past season was necessary. But it is not eternal. The pain has a purpose. But it will not remain. What you have endured has prepared you for what I'm about to release. I am sending people opportunities and joy that will remind you that nothing you've endured was wasted. I'm restoring everything, even the parts of you that silently broke. Even the dreams you quietly buried. Even the trust you thought you lost. I will breathe life again into your vision. I will heal what others harm. I will rebuild what you thought was gone forever. This is not the end of your hope. It is the resurrection of it. And everything they thought would destroy you is what I'll use to raise you. Type in comment, God is restoring every part of me. Like, share and subscribe if you believe restoration is coming. They may not return, they may never explain. But I will bring you peace that passes understanding. You don't need another text. You don't need an apology. You need my word, and I've already spoken it over you. You are chosen, you are protected. You are healed, you are mine. And no silence, no betrayal, no departure can undo that truth. The ones who could not carry your calling were never meant to carry your heart. And the ones I send next, they will carry both with honor. So breathe, stand still. Let go of who left, let me fill your heart with what's real. Let me crown your life with the joy that doesn't leave. You have not been abandoned. You have been positioned for something sacred. And soon, very soon, the tears will turn into testimony, the loss into laughter, and the ache into answered prayer. I'm not done, child, I'm only getting started.